Okay, students, we are back, and right now I want to talk about one of my favorite topics. That's food. I love to eat, but I love to eat whole food, natural food. Sadly, Americans are digging their graves with their teeth. Today we're talking about the standard American diet. It's abbreviated SAD, and it is very sad if you look at it. The average American is consuming a voluminous amount of junk foods. Let me just read to you a list. I'm going to rattle this off really fast, what the Americans eat on an average during the course of a year. 18 pounds of sweets and candy, 55 pounds of fats and oils, and those are bad oils, 7 pounds of corn chips, 200 sticks of gum, 500 pounds of cakes and refined biscuits, 63 dozen donuts, 20 gallons of ice cream, 5 pounds of potato chips, 150 pounds of refined sugar, 300 cans of soda pop, and that is despicable. I'm not eating that stuff, and I hope you aren't either, because that is triggering so much disease here in this country. According to the American Medical Association, they say that 70% of disease are caused from poor nutrition. Thus, the standard American diet. We are getting anywhere from 45 to 60% of our calories from junk food. That's empty calories, very little nutrition. And it's sad because back before the 1950s, Americans were eating pretty healthy. But then when we started to get affluent, we started to eat all these refined foods. And the advertisers tried to manipulate people to eating all this junk food. And they did a very good job. And so Americans are hooked on it. And so we have obesity is out of control. We have chronic disease that's out of control because Americans are eating so many of these refined foods, refined sugar, refined white flour. There's all the hydrogenated fats, the bad fats. We're eating too much animal protein. We're getting all these artificial colors and sweeteners and chemicals in our food. The USDA said we have over 700 chemicals in our food supply. This is not healthy. This is not good. This is one of the reasons we have so much chronic disease. We need to start to take a proactive role, do something about it. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, he said that food is the best medicine. We need to take heed to his wise statement there, and doctors are not doing it. We have over 60 diseases that are caused from what we call free radicals. Free radicals are these compounds that are triggered just from normal breathing and normal activity of exercising, the daily functions that we do. However, we are getting bombarded with all these toxins from the air, water, and the food that we eat and the household chemicals that we have. We are getting overwhelmed, and our body is creating free radicals way out of proportion than what would be normally happening if we were living in a pristine environment. We're not, though. So we're inundated with all these free radicals, these compounds that damage cells and tissues and organs. But there is an answer. Nature has an answer. They're called antioxidants. And our body produces them on its own. But because we're getting overwhelmed with these free radicals, our body can't keep up with it. So we need to get extra nutrition way beyond what we're getting already. But the sad part is we're already getting poor nutrition. So we need to get back to what nature intended, eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, because that's where you'll find the antioxidants in the plant kingdom. That's where nature has given us the key. Every single plant has a signature with these antioxidants that are very specific for each part of our body, each system of our body, whether it's the heart or the lungs or the immune system or our skin or our liver or our hormones. Every phytochemical found in plants has the ability to nourish, to protect, and to get rid of those free radicals, to slow the aging process. Nature has a cure. If we just cooperate with nature, remember that principle, cooperation with nature. So the plant kingdom is where we want to spend most of our eating time with. We want to build a relationship with those plants that are provided by nature. My friends, there are compounds called phytochemicals in plants. These are compounds that have very powerful medicinal properties in plants, whether it's herbs like oregano or basil or garlic or ginger. Any of these herbs are the highest concentration of these powerful agents for healing, these phytochemicals. But fruits like grapes and blueberries and blackberries and strawberries, they have powerful antioxidants that we can eat on a daily basis and get this nourishment, these antioxidants that slow the aging process. You don't want to get old. You want to stay young until you go to your grave. Once again, it's up to you. You have to make the right choices. And then there's superfoods. Superfoods are charged with extra nutrients. I mentioned the herbs. Those are superfoods. But then you can take a plant like a seed and you can sprout it and you can amplify the nutrition in it. Now, let's look at one. Broccoli is a superfood by itself. In its own right, it's a superfood. There are compounds, phytochemicals like sulforaphane in there that act as anti-cancer compounds. But when you take that seed of a broccoli and you sprout it, now you amplify the amount of the superfood, and the quality of that product is tremendously amplified. So we have the sulforaphane compound that can increase 100-fold. So you're dramatically increasing the benefits by taking that seed and sprouting it. So by all means, use these superfoods like broccoli sprouts. My wife and I have them every single week. We buy a couple of those little tubs that you can buy in the supermarket, and we put them on and sprinkle on our salads, put them on sandwiches. They have a little spicy note to them. They're actually delicious. They taste kind of like a radish. So my friends, use the superfoods. These free radicals are out in our environment and we're being inundated with them. And over 60 diseases have been linked to free radicals. Heart disease, cancer, Parkinson's, autoimmune diseases. We need to use the foods as medicine to prevent these diseases. You don't have to let disease rule your life. These compounds are nature's gift to us. We need to take advantage of all these different type of plant antioxidants. Each one has a specific note to help different parts of the body. Recently, Newsweek did an article, and they said that the next advancement in our ability to stay well and to overcome disease was in the magic pill that somebody is going to create in a factory from these phytochemicals found in plants. Not a good idea. Get the phytochemicals from the food because they're all together in harmony in a synergistic fashion in a plant. Taking one isolated part out is not a good idea. That's a drug. When you take a compound that's in nature, there's 60 or 70 or 100 different compounds surrounding that one compound that's the healing agent. So everything is in balance, and nature provides things to counteract another part and make it a whole food with all the properties to protect you. My friends, think about what your mom said. Eat your fruits and vegetables. I hope you will take mom's advice. I still do. And until next time, my friends, I hope that you continue to make improvements in your well-being. And students, remember, keep on learning. I do every single day. Ciao for now.